Hi there guys, Matt the Tomato here. Welcome back to a SimCity 3000 tutorial video. So we've looked at fires, we've looked at riots, and we've looked at space junk. And in this tutorial video, we're going to look at how to survive earthquakes. So earthquakes can be pretty horrible at the best of times. They can really cause some serious damage when they really want to. A lot of them tend to just shake up the ground and modify it. But some of them actually go ahead and decide to wreck your buildings for fun. And I've chosen blue water as an example of a city here where an earthquake will most likely cause some horrendous damage because of all the bridges, the power lines and things like that. It's all suspended and things like that. And if an earthquake were to hit across here, the whole bridge network would be wrecked. So there's probably a couple of things that you could potentially do. Again, it's one of those disasters where you really can't do anything to prevent it. There's nothing you can do to stop it from happening. Unlike fires or riots, you can stop them from happening. Earthquakes, you really can't. But there's a few things that you can help to try and minimize the damage. For instance, again, the map is quite a handy thing to think about. In that, if you've got a lot of hills and things like that, then it tends to be earthquake zone kind of area. So perhaps avoid a few hills and things like that, but really and truthfully there's not much you can do, because if an earthquake strikes, and depending on where it actually hits, a lot of your buildings are probably going to get destroyed. But really preventing earthquakes, there's nothing you can do, but to help minimize the damage, there's only a couple of things. The first one really is to avoid a map like this, where you're building bridges and things like that. Pardon me. Because they're easily destroyed, and if they get destroyed, then it wrecks your whole transport system and things like that. So that's pretty annoying at the best of times. But the good thing potentially about this map is that although there are sort of bridges that are very vulnerable to things like this, if you have a connection or an alternative way around, it's not going to be so bad. For instance, the power lines. So if I look at the power lines over here, ask yourself what would happen if this power line gets destroyed. Well, there's a power plant over here, so this island is going to be fine. But what about this island? Is this going to have power? Is the whole thing going to fall apart? Well, what you want to do is you want to ensure that you have multiple connections. Is a good idea. So for instance, if I want to go to my power lines, I don't know if I can build anything across here at all. No, I can't. But multiple connections is a good idea, because if it strikes down this bottom end, this power line may be destroyed. However, if you were to build a secondary sort of connection, I mean, I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it. Let me just try and sort this out here. Ooh, I believe that was actually a an area for a subway. I think I may have just destroyed a subway there. But ensure that you have multiple connections, because if you do, then if one line gets destroyed, well, this isn't happening, but normally it would. So I'm just going to double check on the subway connection there, because I think I've wrecked it. I have. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay, so let's just put that back. Right. So multiple connections is a good idea. Either that, or have a looping connection. For instance, I should be able to build something over here somewhere. Surely I should be able to. What if I do this? There we go, perfect. Right, so let's just line that up with this over here. So, now, if this power line were to get wrecked, the island over here would still have power, because it's able to circulate all around with these power lines over here and then cross over here. So the actual effect on the city would be minimal. So there's things like that you can do. You want to potentially do the same with your water pipes. You want to be able to link them up and things like that. Again, this is vulnerable. Although it does have like water pipes here and there, this actually contributes to a whole system. So if there were to be any trouble, it could potentially be a big problem. So what you want to do, I'm just going to make sure that most of this is watered here, is probably have more than one connection. So let's see if we can just draw a pipe somewhere over here. There we go. So you want to have more than one connection, ideally, along this area. Let's see if we can't do the same somewhere over here. That looks like a good spot to cross. Really? That's really annoying. Okay, so you just want to make sure you get the principle, I suppose. I hope you do, anyway. Yeah, that's not happening. But if you have more than one connection, then it certainly helps, because then you can sort of. That's potentially a way around. There we go. Let's try drawing up here. Anywhere at all? That's kind of annoying. No, that's not happening. Okay, well, you get the idea. Anyway, right, I won't faff around with that too much. So you want to have multiple connections here and there. Same with your roads and things like that, and your rail. You want to have multiple connections. The rail system is actually very susceptible to be destroyed here because I only have like one connection across each piece of water. So the rail system could potentially be utterly wrecked here. The other thing that you can have to help at least minimise the building damage is to dive into your ordinances, and you want to go for the earthquake resistance and retrofitting ordinance. It's really cheap, and if you've got the disasters on, then it can really be helpful to actually sort of help at least prevent some of the buildings from being destroyed. And it really is a really handy thing to have, especially when you have earthquakes that strike. So let's go ahead and cause an earthquake, and let's see what happens. Okay, so the earthquake happened over here. So, because of the earthquake resistance and retrofitting, not much got destroyed. But it actually often does modify some of the land a little bit, but it depends where you go. Let's have a look at the water system. Yeah, the water system actually did okay there. That's really annoying me, that, because it looks like it's been destroyed there, but it hasn't. It looks like it's been destroyed. Ah, there we go. Right, okay, I can actually connect across there now. What about there? I can go along there as well. Okay, there we go. So we have multiple connections. Let's try and cause another one. Ooh, that was a bigger one. Okay, there we go. So a huge batch of damage has just happened over here. So the actual epicenter was somewhere over there, but the damage was over here, and it's actually caused a fire. It's set fire to some of these buildings because they've been destroyed, and things like that. I didn't quite realise that they actually cause fires, but it's actually caused a fire to break out over there. But it's okay, we have adequate fire coverage, so that's fine. But look at all this that's just been wrecked. Half of the road system has been destroyed over here, so we want to replace all this as best we can. It's actually destroyed the bridge there, just the end of that bridge. That road connection got wrecked. And all this has been destroyed, and there's nothing you can do other than to actually demolish it and replace it. Okay, 4.2 on the Van Wobbler scale. Okay, there we go. Thanks to the earthquake and retrofit ordnance, the damage was much less than it might have been. So these buildings did all get destroyed over here, and they will not replace themselves. You have to bulldoze them, otherwise they won't replace themselves. So let's just bulldoze this stuff. Oh, sorry, I just bulldozed a abandoned building over there. There we go. So let's just bulldoze that stuff and just leave it alone, and then that should be okay. But there you go then, so that's kind of the damage that it can cause. I don't know if it caused any more damage anywhere else. I don't think so, not as far as I can tell. What about the water? What did it do? Yes, it has destroyed some of the pipes over here, so there we go then. So some of these buildings have been left without water. But overall, because you have a good water system, as long as you have a good water system, these things will survive. So you should be okay over there. Ooh, there's a spot of damage over this end as well, so that's not particularly good. What actually happened over here? Oh, actually, no, we hit water capacity. Ah, no! The decimalization plant was destroyed. Okay. So there was a little bit of damage over here then. There we are, that's better. I was going to say, what the heck happened there? But there you go, that's one of the problems, is the fact that things just get destroyed. And you have to kind of scout around and try and find the destroyed stuff. It can be really frustrating sometimes to actually go around and try and find what was wrecked. Some of this just turned into an absolute nightmare. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, you pretty much just have to scout around and try and find the destruction. That bridge actually got wrecked there as well, which is not very nice. But most of the power lines and things survived. And look at the big crater that it's caused over here. Oh, this bridge died. Wow. There we go. That bridge got wrecked, and it's caused a huge like crater thing that's gone across the map over there. Half of this got wrecked, and the railway bridge at the back. Oh, jeez. That's caused a lot more damage than I initially saw. But I think that road bridge has gone as well. It has. But there you go. That's the kind of damage that it can cause. It's utterly devastating when it wants to be. There we go. Let's just replace that. But there you go then. So that's the kind of damage that the water system, the earthquakes can cause to your system. And pretty much you've got to try and find the line of where it struck. So if we can see here, it actually struck all down this way, through there, and went straight down this way and destroyed a couple of the buildings that were down here. So you've got to find the line, and you've got to kind of follow that line, and once you find that line, you'll know where all the destruction is. But apart from actual prevention, like I've said, there's nothing you can do. Really, there's nothing you can do to prevent it from happening. You can just minimise the damage. That's literally all you can do. So there we go. I hope that was helpful. Sorry for the rather messing around over there with the pipes and things like that. Sorry about that. Extreme pigeon danger. Right, we better end the tutorial then. So that's it for now then. So thanks so much for watching. If you guys have a tutorial that you would like me to cover, then please feel free to drop that in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe for more SimCity 3000 tutorials. But that's it for now then. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more from SimCity 3000 and myself, Matt the Tomato. Thanks for watching, guys.